Hello Fuzz fans, and welcome to my tutorial on putting together the paper doll for Soggi Biscotti, that mischievous forest sprite. And here is Soggi Biscotti on this sheet. This is my paper doll sheet, and I'll be cutting out all of the different pieces so that you can see how they fit together. And I'll be giving you tips and tricks on how to make this work a little bit better than if you didn't know those things. So step number one, you need a cutting tool. This is the cutting tool I'll be using. It's a craft knife or X-Acto knife if you want to. You could also use scissors. I have more luck with this tool. It's a little bit more exact, but if you have a nice pair of scissors, that would probably work too. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is cut out the main character on the sheet, which in this case it would be Soggi Biscotti. Follow the outlines, the black outlines around the character. The character and the base, you probably want to cut that out too at the same time, just so you can see how they fit together and how it's going to stand before you start attaching all of the other accessories. So with my X-Acto blade, I'm going to get started. Again, like I said, cutting right on the lines, those black lines, those outlines. Make sure if you are using an X-Acto knife, using a sharp blade. I like to change my blade about every 2 or 3 sheets of the paper dolls. So if you're doing multiple paper dolls, keep that in mind. As it gets more dull, it's going to become harder to cut through the paper, which means you're going to be pushing harder, which means there is a bigger chance for making a mistake or hurting yourself, which would be bad. Now, what we want to do, like I said, is cut around the outline. When you are cutting, make sure you're cutting all the way through the paper. This is thick paper, so if you don't cut all the way through the paper, you're going to be cutting multiple times, and that gets really annoying. Another thing, when you're cutting the bases, you see here where the scissors icon is for the base, what you want to do is make sure there is a line that's just slightly thicker than the line between her 2 socks there. Just cut right on that line with your knife so that her base that she's standing on, the gold, and this base up here will fit together nicely. So I think that's all I have to say about the first part. I'm going to go ahead and stick this on fast forward so you can see how I put the character and the base together. So let me put this on fast forward and I will be right back. All right, so I've got the Soggi Biscotti doll and I've got the base cut out. One of the things about this particular paper doll is that it's very fragile. Soggi has some very thin arms, and a lot of the pieces are going to have very thin tabs and things. So keep that in mind as you're working on this doll, is that you want to be extra careful, go extra slow. Making mistakes could cause some problems later on. All right, so here are the 2 tabs. I cut right down the middle, like I showed you before, on this one and also on this one. And so those 2 things are going to fit together. Just push them into place carefully, and then they should slide into place with a little bit of pressure. And there we go. And once they're in place, you can see that Soggi should be able to stand up on her own. And that's it. So once you have that, now you're ready to start adding some other accessories. So I'm going to do her outfit that she wears in the comic, this one right here first. And before I cut that out, I want to mention the scissor icon here. So this one's a little bit different. You can just take your blade and cut right along that line, and that would make it so that you could slide it on here, but it's gonna fit really tight. and that's going to be a problem. So what I like to do is cut just another thin line right next to it so that I can get a little slot that allows me to slide it on the base a little bit easier without causing the problems that otherwise it would. So that's one little trick there for you. And you can see some daylight there back here. Yeah, turn it over so you can see what that looks like. So you can see that I cut a little piece out of that so that it's going to fit. Oops, where'd it go? There it goes. So that it's going to fit better on the base of the Soggi Biscotti base. So I'm going to put it back on fast forward and cut this one out. And then we'll go over how to use the tabs and how to put this on our favorite troublemaker, Soggi Biscotti. Be right back. Okay, so I've got the outfit cut out, and now I have these white tabs sticking out. And so I want to go over just basic bending of the tabs. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just bend them back, but you really want to, especially on the Soggi Biscotti doll, there's a lot of really small tabs and you want to be careful. So you want to hold it as close as you can to that black folding line and then give it a press. If you don't, it might bend in the wrong spot, and then it's kind of annoying kind of trying to reshape the paper in the right way, especially these two up here. And it gets even more tricky on some of the other ones, and I have some tips on those for you once I finish this. So just holding it and then bending right on that line. And you want to bend them back to like 90 degrees like that. You don't need to bend them all the way yet. Now this one, if you notice, if I bent it right now, it's still hooked to this little area of the outfit. So you want to make sure if you have any tabs that are going beyond the outfit, make sure you cut through that so that it can fold in the right spot. Otherwise, it will not allow you to fold in the right spot. But now it does, you see. And this part sticks out. So, and again, I'm going to try to go over those areas with you, but just keep an eye out for that on the other outfits as well. All right, so I've got my tabs cut. I've got the Soggi Biscotti paper doll here, got the base, and because I cut that slot, it should slide on, but look, it got stuck because I didn't cut enough. So that tells me I need to cut a bit more, probably all the way up to this brown outfit. So let me go ahead and give that a slice right there, and maybe just a little extra slice so that there's a little bit of space for that leg to slide over the base. All right, let's try that again. And so again, you can see I just sliced just a little bit of that base so that it could fit right on top of this and slide right on. You don't want it to get hung up because then by pushing it down, you're going to bend this part of the base. But if you have a little slot, it should slide right on. Then now I can bend the tabs all the way back, and the pressure of the tabs folded in on the body should hold it in place. And there you go. And there's Soggi in her raggedy outfit from the comic. All right, so, and while we're doing this outfit, let me grab the daggers. And the daggers are pretty straightforward. I have already these cut out. You can see the tabs are there. And let me grab the other dagger. And here's the other dagger. Okay, actually I have them reversed. So let me put this one on this hand, this one on this hand. When you put these on, again, fold these to 90 degrees and then just kind of slide it in there. This one just slightly goes underneath her outfit, and then wrap it around the arm. It takes a little finesse to get all that on there. So there's that one, and then this one's going to go on the other arm. Again, like I said, it's a lot of thin pieces of paper. Just take your time and making sure that they fold back enough so that you can see it. So there's another tab sticking out. And so there's Soggi Biscotti with her daggers in this outfit. And that's how that's supposed to fit together. And all the other arms, they do the same thing. They fit over the arm. So she also has a cup of cocoa and she has a diamond. And they fit exactly the same as these two do. In fact, those only go on the right hand. So that's that outfit. And so now let's move on to a few tips on some of the other outfits. So I think I'm gonna do I have them grouped by seasons. This is my summer, this is spring, and this is winter. I'm gonna do the summer outfit, which is this, the wings, and the headdress. And so let's start with the headdress. I have the other ones already cut out, but when you cut out the headdress, make sure, these are the tabs right here, this white rectangle. Make sure you cut across right here and then cut in to here and cut in to here. And when you do that, after you cut it out, you're gonna have a fold like this. That's the goal. So make sure you cut around that and it folds right at that like wheat formation there. And then for this one and this one and this one, there's an open space right here on the pine cone. There's a V shape. There's an open space here. There's an open space here. When I cut this one out, what I do is I cut across this space like this. So I'm cutting along this tab, and instead of following the V, I'm gonna go across the V right now. And I'll come back to that later. And then I'll just go ahead and cut the rest of it out as normal. And I can put that on fast forward while I do that. And then that's gonna make it a lot easier to fold these tabs over because without it, especially on the pine cone one, it doesn't want to fold where you're asking it to fold. So you have to be very, very careful. This way, there's a little bit more material there, so the fold will happen more naturally. And then after you fold it, you can cut out that V shape. So let me put it on fast forward, and I'll show you how that works. All right, I got this cut out, and you'll notice that I left that white piece of paper right there inside. It not cut out the V. And what that's going to allow me to do is when I press this down, the whole thing's not going to get all flip-floppy. It's actually going to fold where I want it to. So it's going to fold there, turn it, hold it right here, and there's enough material there that it can hold its shape when I make that fold on that thin little tab. So there we go. All right, so this one's ready to go on. Let's see if it fits. Oh, now I gotta cut. Now that I folded it out, almost forgot, I gotta cut out that V shape so that it can go on Soggi Biscotti. So let me cut that out. V shape is cut. Now I can take this off, take this here, and place that on and get those tabs around. Now, the summer outfit is kind of special in that the summer outfit comes with wings. And I don't know if that's a hint of things to come in the comic, or maybe just a fun paper doll thing. I'll keep you in suspense on that one. But either way, it is a fun paper doll thing. So let me show you how that works. So the wings are going to bend backwards, the tabs on them. So instead of the wings bending this way, they bend forwards, which is technically backwards from what you expect, right? So you're going to want to bend the wing tabs forwards because the wings are going to come around and hook to the body like this. Unfortunately, you can only hide the wing tabs with the summer outfit. The other outfits do not allow you to do that, but that's how the wings are going to fit, like that. So you are going to see the white of the tabs, except the summer outfit goes on top of it. And the idea is, if you get it in the right spot, then, like I said, those tabs will hold everything together. And also, the summer outfit will cover the wing tabs. There's a lot going on. So it gets a little thick. There we go. And so now you have the paper doll summer with the wings. And of course the headdress, the big summer headdress. There it is. Looks pretty cool. So that's the whole summer outfit. It's 3 pieces. The other ones are only 2 pieces, unless you want to add the wings. But again, unfortunately, if you do add the wings, that piece is going to, the white of the tab on the wing piece will show through. I guess you could color it if you wanted it to match the skin tone of Soggi Biscotti. So I'll let you guys be creative with that. Maybe you can find a solution. If you do, let me know. I would love to know. But that's how that works. And the other outfits work similarly. I don't think there's any other special things that I need to show you with those. So I think this is about it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a few pictures with all the outfits at the end of this video. And that'll be the end of this tutorial. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any ideas or questions, or you want to show me a picture of what you created, please send me an email at fuzzyfieldscheese@gmail.com. fuzzyfieldscheese@gmail.com. If you'd like to send a picture of your finished paper doll. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.